And welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 5, where today we have some keeping in stock happening. So in between episodes, this is pretty much all I've done. Aside from crafting a bunch of drills and processing a bit of stuff, I think it's mostly been setting this thing up. So yeah, this is kind of working. We can probably fit 2 more exporters, and that's going to be using up 8 channels, so that's kind of what the module's going to look like. Now we can probably tidy things up, maybe have this on the top coming down, might look a bit nicer than it currently does, and it's certainly not the prettiest the prettiest module for crafting, but it does work, and you kind of get the benefit of not needing a whole bunch of import buses. Now, the reason we can't just use like the ME interfaces, which we played around with a bit a few episodes ago, is because there's currently a bug where if you're trying to auto-craft stuff, your items get turned into mana instead of the item. So, I mean, if you're trying to craft something extremely simple, that could be quite a nice way of generating a bunch of mana, a little bit of an exploit. But if you're trying to craft like drills or circuits, or I just enabled crafting digital circuits, I would be pretty disappointed if all the resources that go into one of these got turned into mana. Now, you'll also notice on the minimap we've claimed a whole lot less chunks. There was a bit of an issue with that actually, so I kind of lost a bit of quest progress. I've just been going through and crafting bits and pieces to get back to where we were. I think all I've got left to do is this digital circuit, the distillation tower, and a turbo upgrade and a machine hull, a crowbar. I think I've got most of these. It is resulting in kind of duplicate crest rewards and is maybe an exploit. I must have already done them. Upgrade like a turbo. We've never made a turbo upgrade. Okay. But we were missing something else for that quest. A turbo upgrade. I must have made one of them. And an advanced machine hull. Maybe I never made a turbo upgrade. Well, I don't know the recipe for it. I suspect... No, because that's polyvinyl chloride. Cool. And that's what we're going to be making today. We've also got a bunch more crafting CPUs. They're still currently pretty small. Well, they're 64Ks, but they've only got the one. And that's just to deal with all of this auto-crafting that keeps happening. So the way these are set up is I've got like level emitters, and most of these are set to a stack. So when there's less than 64 large pumps in the system, this emits a redstone signal. This export bus has a redstone card, so it deals with redstone. A crafting card, so it crafts items. It's active when there's a signal, and it does not use stocked items, and it only crafts items if it's trying to export something. Those are the important settings. If you got them around the wrong way, it kind of just loops through, like extracting a pump from the system, putting it in the chest, importing it, putting it back in the chest. It doesn't really do what we're trying to do, which is always have some things in stock. So this is, working away, tying up a few machines most likely, which may become annoying. We'll see how it goes. I just noticed we're kind of filling up on here. Because you're fully overclocked, but you are not yet. Yeah. But anyhow, I think it's time to carry on. You probably don't need to be sitting right there. You can hang out over there. I think I actually cleared out my sugar cane. Oh, it's not reaching the chest. We're losing so much sugar cane. But yes, I think it is time to make that final push towards polyvinyl chloride. And then we can probably craft some of these digital circuits. I'll do some more of this keeping in stock stuff off camera. I don't think I need to spend the time doing that on camera. It's not the most exciting thing in the world. Nice. So, where did we get up to? I think these are the things we need. This was just a bit of me crafting stuff. So I think the last thing we crafted was this machine. I think. And it's going to make these processing unit boards. And I think the only thing we're going to be missing is the polyvinyl chloride. Let's try and craft a processing unit board. I think I taught all the recipes. So we asked for one of these. Yep, it's just the polyvinyl chloride. So, polyvinyl chloride. We looked at this last episode. I think... Are we going to need platinum sulfuric solution? I don't think we will. That's the salts getting made into chlorine. I believe... if we look in this one, I've got it set to that. Chlorine, we've got 126 buckets. We have 26,000 salt, so I must not be keeping that in stock over here. And we probably could. So I might swap that out for an interface and just keep salt in stock, because we can't keep stuff in stock here. And we probably don't need to know how to auto-craft sodium. We'll just end up with a whole bunch of it. So, give me interface. Let's get a few of those going. That'll take a second. Right, so once that's done, we don't need to look there. Once that's done, we need to make this hydrochloric acid, and that is hydrogen. Now, I don't believe we are storing hydrogen. I am wrong, we're definitely storing hydrogen. 391 buckets, seems like a good amount. So that's just gonna be a chemical reactor. And then once we have that hydrochloric acid, it's just hydrochloric acid and acetylene. Acetylene comes from our distillation tower, and that's gonna make vinyl chloride. And then that's just lead dust, and vinyl chloride makes polyvinyl chloride. All right, so that's three chemical reactors. I did have a bunch of those crafted. Nice. That's going to be these three. And I suspect, yep, we've used a whole bunch of channels. We're going to make another messy cable. I guess I'll plonk these kind of like a gap of 3. I think we're still in a chunk because I believe this was a chunk border. So these will live here. I'll hook these up. Let's get this thing made. That's going to be sweet. And I think that's done. We should now be making polyvinyl chloride. Perfect. So yeah, chlorine hydrogen, making something very, very fast because this is fully overclocked. Are we starting to... I do wonder if we're starting to hit the limit of these cables. It looks like no, it looks like that's fine. So that's nice. So this is making, I think, hydrochloric acid, yes, and acetylene and hydrochloric acid are making vinyl chloride. And we chuck some lead dust in, and we're getting polyvinyl chloride, which we need to extract. Nice. So the last thing to do is wait for some of that to build up so that we can craft one of these processing unit boards. But we're missing 1.2 buckets. So that's literally just a matter of time, and I'll just leave this running constantly. Hopefully we don't run out of hydrogen. You're making hydrogen, and you're voiding the hydrogen by the look of it. No, I don't think you are. You should be, but I feel like I'm out of channels to do that. Yeah, we'll sort that because I don't really want heaps of oxygen because eventually it's going to fill up these drives. We got a bit of... We've already got... We must be making oxygen somewhere else. Once we make the one of these, I am suspecting that they are going to be used all over the show. I can go and craft that thing. Like these highly advanced upgrades, that would require processing unit board. And these require processing units. That's pretty expensive. That's pretty expensive. That's... yeah. I don't think we need highly advanced upgrades just yet. I actually also don't know if we need this pressurizer. I don't think we need high pressure steam yet. So we'll hold off on that. That doesn't seem super urgent. We could make a titanium drill that from memory gets us iridium. Raw iridium. Raw iridium. We'd have to get an ore to get that. Is required for a superconductor cable, which needs polyvinyl chloride. Okay. Small heat exchangers. Okay, these are a whole bunch of recipes I haven't taught, but that's okay. Why do we need... We need cryofluid, which needs argon and helium. Helium we get from moissanite. In processing shale oil. That's right, that was stainless steel drills in the oil drilling rig, which is... Yes. So we'd get extra sulfuric naphtha and helium. We might want to do that. Let's hold off. I think we've got a bit of helium, right, in the system. We've got 40 buckets, so again, that doesn't seem super urgent. I think we could make that. That's leading us to the gravichest plate. So this would let us fly, which is one of these upgrades. So that would be kind of cool. Flight would be nice. We need a supercooling cell, superconductor cables. We're making polyvinyl chloride. I don't know why it wants us to get iridium ore. Do I just go and mine for it instead of making a titanium drill? I mean, titanium drill won't be too bad. Let's make one. I want to make that processing unit by itself first, though. If we can. Because that will... oh, we can craft it. Nice. I have no idea how long that's going to take. We have it. The processing unit. The Bitcoin miner. It's... Yep. Perfect. And we got a diamond reinforced rod. Huh. Okay. I mean, we should probably go try out the fishing at some point. It's like a whole mod, right? I've seen the reward crates that I've gotten. You can catch dragonfish. Like, do they get used for things? Energy output and a gluttony generator. Yeah, I don't know what the point in all of the different fish is. I guess it's just... If you want to catch all the fish, you do this. So, we have our processing unit. That means we can now buff this back in here and try and get a titanium drill. Hopefully this won't be too bad. I didn't teach large advanced motors or titanium drill heads. Alright. Alright, added in a few new titanium crafts, I think. Now we can craft it. Now I realized as soon as I started looking at this, that this is going to require 2 more of these processing units and, I mean, a few extra silicon. This number should keep going up. What are we missing? Oh, I never taught titanium rings. That would do it. That would do it. That's not the crafting thing. So yeah, we might have to start thinking about strategically making some of our machines faster, because these crafts are starting to get quite slow. Now, because I'm playing on a server and things are running all the time, I can sort of just bulk craft and let stuff craft overnight, but that doesn't feel super good. Craft 102, so we should be keeping these in stock. Now, are these crafts getting stuck? No, I think we're just waiting on steel. Steel is probably something else I should keep in stock. Yeah, we're crafting a whole bunch of stainless steel, and that's kind of going to take a while. I think I actually need another blast furnace. Maybe another couple of blast furnaces would be ideal. I might, before I log off for the day, I might get another couple of them going. But yes, did I start crafting that drill? No, I should. We should get the drill crafting. Titanium drill, let's go. Nice. That's... Yeah, I mean, that's going to take quite a while. We'll probably come back 22 hours. Yeah, see, that's a lot of steel. We should probably just keep, like, I don't know, 2,000 steel in stock all the time. Yeah. Yeah. I might take some of that stainless steel out. Or maybe we have like a dedicated stainless steel thing. I'm not sure. Let's get the stainless steel out of here. I don't really have room in my bag. I could put it in here. If I forget about it, I'm going to be very, very happily surprised to discover that we have 1,000 stainless steel in our bag, because I suspect... Now this is just crafting stainless steel. Should speed up this blast furnace. Should speed him up. Alright, so that's on the way. We'll probably come back to that next episode. But let's look at this blast-proof alloy. Now, when we looked at those recipes, I kind of was like, oh no, the machine that makes blast-proof alloys, which is this thing, requires blast-proof alloys. But there is like not a cheaper way, a more expensive way of making blast-proof alloy plates. And we make tungsten tiny dust from tungsten dust, which we get from... I think we just get it from raw tungsten, which we are getting from stainless steel drills, which we've had running a while, so I suspect we've got a bit of tungsten. We can then use a compressor to make tungsten nuggets. I think I taught that. I did not. I've got the recipes here. Cool. And then, of course, tungsten nuggets can be crafted into tungsten ingots. Then we're going to use an electric packer, which we haven't used one of these before. And that lets you make this mixed blast-proof ingot. Now, I don't think there's another way to make that. And that's tungsten, titanium, stainless steel. Pretty expensive. And then we can use a electric compressor with the mixed blast-proof ingots, 2 of them, to make 1 blast-proof alloy plate. If we go the implosion compressor route, we get 3 from 1. And then you can just compress that as normal, I think. Yeah, compressor turns that into this. So we'll make our initial bunch using this packer route and this method. But we certainly, as soon as we can, we want to switch to getting an implosion compressor going. So I might even just put this here, because we definitely want this stuff. We could probably even get these crafts going in the meantime, just so it's sitting there ready to go. But time to go teach these different bits and pieces, and we'll get this packer set up. And I mean, I guess I'll just keep extending, the machines like we've been doing here. Sweet. We should be able to craft some of these. Neat. I don't know how slow that's going to be. We've got so many things crafting. It might not be too bad. Okay, so that crafts that, and then we're crafting the tungsten nuggets. Alright, and they are happening over in probably a bunch of these compressors. You're making steel, you're making tungsten nuggets, and oof. That is slow. Wow. I thought that had frozen, but that's just how slow those things are. Wow. Yeah, okay. So we've got a couple of options here. I think we could process tungsten differently. Like if we wanted tungsten ingots, we could implosion compressor it. It does require stainless steel nuggets and industrial TNT, which requires some... What on earth is toluene? Oh, we should be getting that, actually. Wait, what? Toluene. Okay, yeah, we should have that. And we'd need flint and sand. We get us industrial TNT. This will probably be the way to go, and we are crafting this next, so yeah. That'll be cool. Yeah, this seems pretty slow. We could have like a dedicated setup for processing all of the tungsten we've got, and that would actually be slightly cheaper if we just constantly had a compressor running that was turning any tungsten we get straight into the nuggets. We could go that route, actually. Saves on the TNT, although I imagine getting TNT won't be hard. Like getting sand is going to be sweet with one of them. That'll be cool, but I think this is going to take a while to craft. So I guess we'll come back next time because, yeah, this is half done. And yeah, this is a little bit unreliable sometimes, so that might take even longer than it thinks it's going to. Well, the factory's growing and we're getting more and more advanced materials. Sweet. But hey, we'll come back next time and yeah, get into some more All of Fabric 5. See ya.